Hey everyone, today I wanted to show you how I formulate a diet. It might be boring to some because this is math, but hold on, get the dust off of there. I have, in previous videos I show you the two new pigs, and they need a growing diet. Lately I've been mixing my own feed, and this will definitely help cut cost. I'm showing you how to do a pig grower diet, and this is for me. I only have 2 pigs. I don't have a lot of pigs, so small batches work for me. I'm making basically 50 pounds at a time, and this is how I do it. The formulation is with a diet that I got from a friend, which is 20% protein, and I need to cut it down. I'm shooting for a 16% grower diet, and I'm cutting it with corn, and I'm also cutting the fat content with alfalfa and Timothy pellets. Also, it gives it forage for the fiber for the pigs, and it will be able to help them digest properly. Yes, they are outside. Yes, I do know that they will root around and eat and graze and look for other things, but this is what I'm doing. This isn't for everybody, but if you feel free to take it if you want it. But this is the math portion now. I will show you the steps of how to formulate a percentage in mixing 2 ingredients and trying to get a certain outcome out of it. But here you go. Alright, this is formulating a pig grower diet. Diet 1 is at 20% crude protein. Corn is around 7. It varies from where you're at in the United States. Out west, I think it's higher, and east it's 6 to 7. I showed you in a previous video how to grind corn with a small chipper, and then I have the alfalfa pellets. It's alfalfa Timothy grass pellets that is at 12% crude protein. But this is how we start. You start with diet 1, which is this one, and it's 20%. Corn is at 7%, and I'm going to shoot for a 17% diet for right now, because I'm going to lower it with the alfalfa pellets in the next step. But 17 minus 7 equals 10, and 20 minus 17 equals 3. That's going to give me 13 parts per 100. 100 divided by 13 is 7.69. You take 7.69 and times it by the parts. So 10 times 7.69 is 76.92. And the 3 times 7.69 equals to 23.07. And for sakes of math purposes, I'm rounding this up and rounding this down. So 23 pounds of corn and 77 pounds of diet 1, which will give me a 100-pound batch. Now, I'm just breaking that down to a 50-pound batch, and that is going to be 38.5 pounds of diet 1 and 11.5 pounds of corn. Will give me a 17% crude protein diet, basically. And here's a video of how I mix it, and then we'll go to the second portion of adding or mixing this mix, 70% crude protein mix, with the alfalfa pellets here. But we'll come back to that in just a second. Alright, this is mixing the first basil for the diet, this is 38.5 pounds of Diet 1, which was at 20%, and then this is 11.5 pounds of cracked corn. What I do is I have a cement mixer. This is I think it's a 3.5 cubic feet cement mixer. It works for me. Not saying it's gonna work for everybody else, but it works for me. On and off, and trash can to catch this diet, and yeah. So let's see. Dump the corn in here. Got the corn in there, and then let me set down the phone so I can pick up this other one. All right, now I have the Diet 1 in there, and then underneath of it, it's got the ground corn, and all I do is turn it on. I'll let this run for about a minute and a half. Let it kind of get through it, mix properly. I'm just lowering it some. Now I have the first batch mixed up. I bagged it off in this bag. What I'll do, because I won't use it all, I'll just put a note. I'll write on a note and just throw it in this bag so I know what this is, what's the percent protein and things like that, the day that also that I mixed it. But yeah, let's get started on the second batch. All right, now that I have it mixed, now adding or making it a 16% diet. The mix 1, if you remember, it was at 17%, and 17 goes here. The alfalfa pellets is 12, and that's gonna go to here, and I need a 16% diet. So you do just the same way. You do 16 minus 12 is 4, and 17 minus 16 is 1. That gives me 5 parts per 100. 100 divided by 5 is 20. 20 times 4 is 80, and 20 times 1 is 20, and this is going to give me a 100-pound batch here. But if I'm going to make a 50-pound batch, a 50-pound batch, I'm going to need 40 pounds of mix, 1, and then 10 pounds of alfalfa here. But yeah, this is how I formulate the diet, and this is how I mix it. Now I have the ingredients in the mixer. This is the alfalfa pellets. I ran it through the wood chipper just to break it down. They're very large pellets. Let's see, right here. They're fairly large pellets. I also feed this to my rabbit. It's been growing on this diet of alfalfa and Timothy for quite a while now. Over a year and a half I've had the rabbit. But back to the diet. I put this through the wood chipper, and just to grind it up. There's still pellets in it, but they're smaller, like this. So yeah, and then I have mix 1, which is the diet that I got from a friend, and then the cracked corn. This here is 17%, this is 12%, and it is 4 parts of the mixed one and 1 part alfalfa. This will also help drop the fat content of the mix 1. It should be around 6% fat now, technically, and then this is only like 1.5% fat, so I'll drop it even lower. Fat is good for animals, but if I fed the diet, if I fed this by itself, it's just a little bit too much fat. I don't want to deal with runny poop or anything like that. So the alfalfa helps absorb the fat and digesting and break it down. But yeah, here we go. Oh, forgot to plug it in. Well, here it is. The 16% crude protein pig grower diet. It's nothing fancy, but it definitely my pigs love it. So I also wanted to share this bag of feed cost me almost a little over $7 to make. The biggest cost is the alfalfa pellets. It's almost $3 worth of alfalfa pellets in this diet here. But yeah, I'm happy with it. My pigs are happy with it. I also give them eggs. I'm getting about 3 dozen eggs a day, and anything that's and I only sell probably about 10 dozen a week. But so any egg that's over a week old that's not sold, it gets fed to them, and the eggshells are kept dried and pulverized, and it goes into my laying diet, which is very similar to this. It's a little bit more corn and less alfalfa, but it seems to work for my layers. They're still laying for me. But I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Remember to click like and subscribe. Talk to y'all later. Bye.